Alright, hey guys, Garden here today, bringing a brand new video. Today I'm going to show you guys the profile that I used to go first place, undefeated 10-0 in games at the TCG Online Cup, where I basically just used my previous Thunder Dragon deck, but I kind of adjusted it so I could fit Sires and 2 Ambers in my deck. So I'm actually going to pull up my previous Thunder Dragon. Let's hold up. If I can do that. There we go. Give me a second, guys. This may take a while. Alright, open up the Hangout, screen share again. Alright, so here we go. This is the list I was previously using. And then I basically just changed it to where I put, I got rid of a Ghost Ogre in the side deck to fit the Denko that I was maining. And then I added 2 Desires and 2 Ambers. And I did fit for Dragon Roar because we're playing Desires. So not really anything else different. Wait, there's something different. My bad. I'm not playing it for a time. That's my bad. There we go. This is actually what you're supposed to play. So I guess we'll just start a profile. I guess I don't really need any other explanations other than the fact of why I played Thunder Dragons, I guess. I just don't like Sky Strikers. Actually, let me explain why I don't like Sky Strikers. I do think it's the best deck in format. Don't get me wrong, but I think that it does obviously lose to Thunder Dragons, first of all. Second of all, I think it's boring in the sense where like it's kind of like combo decks in the sense where like when combo decks get their combo, you win, and when strikers force you to grind and play their game plan, then they win. But strikers is boring in the sense where like it's gonna take a while to grind. While when like I'm playing combo decks, I can just like I do my combo, I win. But Sky Striker is like I'm gonna grind and win, but grinding takes a long ass time. So that's why I didn't play Sky Striker. I mean, maybe I'll play Sky Striker if like my life was on the line or some shit. Because I mean, who needs fun when you have your fucking life or some shit? But yeah, that's basically how it works. Oh yeah, and Sky Strikers also don't really have the greatest ability at breaking boards unless they like manage to get a shit ton of spells in the graveyard first and like get a ton of Widow Anchors. But that's about it. So for monsters, we only played 2 solar. I might run triple. I don't like triple because I think it's too bricky, and drawing 2 in your hand instead of 1 extender is something that I really do not enjoy. I prefer just like having a handful of extenders. That's what the point of the deck is, in all honesty. And that's how you usually want to play this deck, is just get your board up and you win. All right, simple as that. So only playing 2. The only Ghost Ogre target, of course, and overall, its effect is kind of overrated, in honesty. Triple Thunder Dragon, no explanation there. Triple Matrix. Some people are using 2, but that's if they're using the Danger variant. Triple Dis. I don't like this card. If I was playing my 40 deck build, this would be at 2, but I'm running this because Triple Dis is because we're using Desires. Desires in the back card. This was actually really fucking good, and I'll explain it later. Triple Hawk, for obvious reasons, best card in the deck by far, and Triple Dark, aka second best card in the deck. And then we have 1 Dragon Duo. This is really good for like OT King and shit, as well as banishing Thunders in your graveyard, and 2 Ambers, BLS, 2 Ambers of course because we're using Desires. Hand traps. We're only using 7. I might bump this up to 8 and run for permanents, but we're only using 7 because there's fuck that. We're only using 7 because they're usually bricks in a sense where like you can't really combo with it when you're starting. But I might run Third impermanence, just for more consistency and interrupting my opponent's monster effects, of course, because you can't use their effects. It wouldn't really be a good turn for them usually if you hit the right card. So I might run triple impermanence. Who knows? For the spells, we have double fusion. Fusion is fusion. It gets you a free time without using up a Colossus, of course. It recycles the Colossuses back to your extra deck as well, which is very key. As well as the fact that it's just really good and searches free Undermid Dragon from your deck. So yeah, this card's amazing. Sarko, no question why I'm using triple this. It's the best card in the deck by far. All right, best monsters and best card. And then we have the not the second best card. This is Instant Fusion's second best card, but this is a close second. Brilliant Fusion really strong at like just getting that Prismara up, and then if you have a Battery Man as well, you get like a free token, and then it's a really good extender. And then second best extender right here, Instant Fusion, because it can also give you the restrict, and then you can steal monster from your field, which is really good. And then two desires. I'm running two desires because I want that +2 to draw more extenders when I'm going first, and just like being able to set up the board is very key, as well as the fact that even if you're going second, you can if you use it, you could it also just helps you draw into cards that could help you break the board as well as even OTKing them. And then Monster Reborn, this is I didn't draw this often, but it's really good in my opinion because it gets you a free Thunder Dragon that you could use its effect to discard, and then you could just special summon it back and make a Colossus. Of course, it can also do other plays because Monster Reborn is just so versatile. So that's it for the main deck. Side deck first. 2 Ogre for combo decks. I only think did I ever side this in? Hold up. Okay, first round I'm playing against Blue Eyes. No, I didn't side that in. Second round, Zombies. Nope. Third round, Mirror Match. Nope. Fourth round. No, I didn't side this in a single time. But if I ever play against a Dark Warrior deck, yes, this is a card down side in, as well as Lancia. 2 Dankoseka for Strikers, Alter Guys, Trick Stars, etc. Mind Control. I sided this in against fucking Zombies deck. I played against a Zombies player second round. But other than that, I think I only sided in another time again in the finals against my friend Austin, who was playing BAs, but I never drew it. Super Poly for the mirror match. I did side this in. I played a mirror third round. Twin Twisters. I never sided this. I don't think so. Oh no, I did side. I sided it against Sky Strikers, which was in the fourth round. Evenly, also for like Alter Guys or like True Dracos or something. Imperial, because Striker players will side out the Twin Twisters when they play against Sky Strike. I mean, when they play against Thunder Dragons. And then Lancia, because this card is broken. This is the best hand trap this format, in my opinion, because it's really good against the Dark Warrior and Thunder Dragon decks, as well as Danger. But like, I don't think as many people use Danger nowadays. So extra deck, we have triple Colossus, 2 Titan. If you're on triple, then then I guess you might be making a third one in the mirror match, but that's just very hypothetical. I never really made a third one in a mirror match, but I could see why you would if you were grinding for a very long time. The 2 instant fusion targets, you can combo with this guy, of course, and then this guy steals a monster. Brilliant fusion target. We're using 2 of these. I did make 2 of them once in tournaments, so that was good. Once they really saved me, but it helped me kill them faster. Nightmares, of course. Link Rebo, which is what you use. You link away with this card. and sometimes even this guy. Boral Sword for OTKing. I actually used Boral Sword a lot this tournament to OTK because like I'll just be able to because like using desires, you could just draw so many extenders to the point where you have like a broken ass hand, and then you can just make Boral Sword, make a Colossus with like a Titan or some shit. If you get Thunder Dragon Fusion, like usually I would add this with Dark if I already have Avion in my hand or the Hawk, whatever. And overall, it's just annihilation. The deck is just so good with the extenders. And then the I don't know how to fucking say this guy. Like the Link 2 guy. I usually make him when I have uh the Linkuriboh up and then another monster. Because you just need those 2 points down to put two extra deck monsters like a double Colossus or a Colossus and a Titan or something, which I did end up doing twice this tournament. So I'll just give a recap of the matches. So I basically, in case you guys didn't know, yes, I did go 10-0 in games. So I won 2-0 in all 5 of my matches. So against, hold up, I'm pulling up my phone. It's the Blue Eyes player. Actually, I'm just going to skip the Blue Eyes player. I don't really need to explain that. Um, Zombies player. Okay, so the Zombies player, game 1, I set up my board, and then I flipped impermanence on Unizombie, and I killed him next turn. And in game 2, I used mind control on his stuff, and then I and then I just OTK'd him. I made this guy, and then I pulled up Colossus, a Titan, and BLS, and boom. And then, all right, third round, played against the mirror match. Okay, so game 1, I bailed his Hawk, and he didn't have any recovery play. He was playing Danger Thunder Dragons, and the problem with the Danger Thunder Dragon deck is the fact that it's not as consistent in the sense where like it has the power to like make board load or like any Link 4 like anything with like Titan and Colossus and maybe another Colossus. Like it makes a stronger board than the regular Thunder Dragon deck, but if it gets hand trapped once, and sometimes the hands are just really sacky and bricky to where you can't do anything. So like I belled his Hawk and you couldn't do anything, and then I just OTK'd him with the Boral Sword and Colossus BLS. No, not Colossus BLS, Colossus Dragon Duo. But I couldn't make a time, I think. Yeah. Game 2, I used Lancia and he passed. And then I got ashed on when I Sarcoed my dark guy right here, which was fine, I guess, because I still had a Hawk in hand. And I ended on I ended on Colossus and Double Titan, which was enough to kill him. So that was it. And then round 4, we played against Sky Striker. He made he grabbed the double engages and he set Ego Booster, but he didn't have free cards in the grave. So basically all I did was I not mind controlled it. I felt restricted it and then made Linkuriboh, made this guy, put double Colossus up, and he couldn't do anything the next turn. He had 2 dead engages, and I attacked him for game next turn. Game 2, he got impermanence on Kagari, so he just like he set a Widow Anchor, and then that was it. But what I did was that I just I summoned Denko, and I essentially just comboed because I opened with Sarko and an Instant Fusion, and I didn't want to steal the monster. I just wanted to like attack as much, which was still fine because I still ended on the double Colossus and a Titan with Denko, and he pretty much scooped. It wasn't enough to kill him, of course, because he had Ray to protect him. and I didn't have an extra Thunder Dragon monster in my hand. It's trigger time, but it's whatever. And then grand finals, I play against my friend Austin, who was playing Burning Abyss. So I made the board, and he actually broke it with a double BLS and Cerberus, as well as I can't I can't remember too well. I pull out my phone again. Oh no, that was it. That was it. Okay, so he banished the. Oh, okay, I see now. Yeah, I only made 2 Colossus. That's why, and he just banished my 2 Colossus BLS. And but thankfully, I had like a ton of recovery plays, so I was able to OTK him next turn because he used this Cerudo. Game 2, essentially, he decided to go first. Instead, he did. So, oh wait, no, he Cerberus my Kai. He Kaiju'd me and then he Kaiju'd the Titan and then Cerberus it. Okay, never mind. I explained it. Yeah, my bad. I didn't go deeper into my notes. Game 2, I'm just gonna read the whole note. Okay, so what I did was that he ended on Beatrice, and he flipped D barrier, and I had a broken hand, but since he flipped D barrier, I had to pass, and then he managed to do 7,900 damage to me. But I was like, all right, and he ended on Borload and Beatrice, and BLS. So on my turn, I managed to steal the Beatrice with this guy, and I made this guy right here, along with Borosword, Colossus, and a Titan. And then I destroyed destroyed the BLS with a Titan. And all he had left was the Borload, which ended up getting destroyed by my Borosword. And essentially I just OTK'd him because, yeah, that was it actually. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Deck profile is Grind signing out. Peace.